Hi, Jeremy Peterson here with Vesta Real Estate in Ogden, Utah. It is May 2020 and it is time for another Northern Utah real estate market update. Let's take a look at what happened in April. Most of you are probably pretty curious given that we were in economic lockdown and it seemed like the world was ending for a bit there. Well, the real estate market kept chugging along, and you're not going to believe some of these numbers I'm going to share with you. Our sales numbers were up 8.6% year over year. So we sold 8.6% more homes in April than we did the year prior. That was surprising given that so much was falling apart at the end of March. I thought for sure that sales would be flat or down given the psychology that seemed to be out there with all the news headlines. Well, that wasn't the case. I was wrong, and buyers went out there in force and picked up a lot of homes. This same thing was reflected in home prices. So on a price per square foot basis, we are up an astonishing 10.8% year over year. That's a stunning number. If we look at month over month, we are actually up 4.9% between March and April. We started out at $138 a square foot in March, and we ended at almost $145 a square foot in April, which is just amazing and totally contrary to what I would have expected given everything going on. So the real estate market continues to chug forward. If we look at a couple charts here, like let's look at active listings and see what that tells us about the story of this whole lockdown. We rewind the clock to mid-March, and you can see there where we started out with 20% fewer homes for sale than last year's trend line. That quickly changed as panic set in and people started selling homes or putting their homes for sale rather. And we started about mid-April, we had 10% more homes for sale than the year prior. And then that started to fade out again. People realized that it wasn't the end of the world, and homes started being picked up that were for sale. People started taking their homes off the market, and now we're back to a 10% deficit in housing inventory when compared to last year. So it continues to be a strong seller's market. If you look at under contract homes, contracts that were signed, we started out almost 20% above the trend line in 2019. And as the lockdown started and headlines started getting pretty bad nationally and locally, we saw that number start to decline, which is unusual for spring. We'd always expect this number to increase. But then it starts to turn around towards the end of April, and now we're back up. And we've got more sales or more homes under contract than we did last year at this time. And so the market is very healthy. It's very strong, and it looks like we're going to end up with a really good selling season this spring. So if you're in the market to buy or sell a home, give me a call. I'm a 16-year veteran of the Northern Utah real estate market, and I'll make sure that you get a fair price given the current market conditions. So look forward to hearing from you, and that's this month's update. Thanks for tuning in.